Edgar Berlanga, and I want to tell my fight fans, man, we got the fight. Berlanga versus Canelo, live September 14th in Las Vegas on pay-per-view.
Y'all gonna eat your words. And don't sleep on me, because y'all gonna be sleeping for a very long time, man. Knockout season, fireworks. You know how we coming? Big New York.
Tell me you not cut like that without telling me you not cut like that. Look at this dude. Outside with his shirt off, acting like he's some type of gangster. Acting like he's some type of tough because Canelo Alvarez cherry-picked him.
Big New York.
You ain't never seen Edgar Berlanga act this tough. I'm telling y'all, all that money finna go to his head and he gonna really think he the 50 Cent of boxing. I think this will be Canelo's easiest fight. I think this will be Canelo's easiest fight since Amir Khan. Y'all remember what happened to Amir Khan?
You know how we coming?
This man was so happy that they finally got a poster with his face on it. Y'all remember the original poster they released earlier? It was Canelo Alvarez by himself. Cause I guarantee y'all, Edgar Berlanga ain't got no type of fans that's gonna show up to Las Vegas.
The September 14th fight has been made. Canelo Alvarez, Edgar Berlanga. A fight that nobody asked for. Fans are now starting to boycott Canelo for continuing to duck you know who.
Yeah, we already know who Oscar De La Hoya is, right. David Benavidez is somewhere laughing right now, I'm telling you. David Benavidez is somewhere thinking, damn, this man ducked me for 3 years and ends up fighting Berlanga, a man who ain't never been a champion.
You remember the night you fought Tank?
Hey yo, Canelo fans, you gonna tell me that Canelo's not shaming Mexican boxing? You gonna tell me that Edgar Berlanga is a worthy opponent? You gonna tell me that you proud to be a Canelo fan? This is the second opponent in a row that has not ever been a champion at 168. First Munguia, now Berlanga. Who is Canelo gonna fight next? He probably gonna fight Jake Paul next, given the opponents he been fighting.
You won the belt with nobody.
Speaking of Canelo, the end is near, I'm telling y'all. ESPN reported that Canelo Alvarez is now being stripped of his IBF super middleweight title ahead of his fight September 14th against Edgar Berlanga in Las Vegas, a fight that nobody asked for. The end is near for Canelo Alvarez. Slowly but surely, Canelo's gonna be what I always knew that he was, a nobody in the sport of boxing, the most overhyped fighter in the history of boxing.
I was born ready.
For those of y'all who don't understand, I'ma dumb it down for y'all. Canelo Alvarez is no longer undisputed. And Clarissa Shields, aka T-Rex, I'm never gonna call her the GOAT because in my opinion, she is not the greatest woman of all time. Everybody check out what Chris Cyborg tweeted. Chris Cyborg is an MMA fighter. She a champion in MMA. I know that she sparred Clarissa T-Rex Shields a couple years ago, but the girl tweeted out, "It's GOAT Fight Week. Goofiest woman of all time."
Like I said before.
As y'all can see, she got the picture of the crowd sleeping because you know Clarissa T-Rex Shields is not a power puncher.
You know how we coming?
And it looked like Shakur Stevenson is ducking anybody and everybody, not just Tank Davis. We all know that Shakur Stevenson priced himself out from a Gervonta Tank Davis fight. Shakur Stevenson was asking for $30 million, knowing he ain't never been on pay-per-view.
They think they gonna get 30 million. You know what I'm saying? When they are on free TV.
Now the man is getting called out by Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield. Kid Austin tweeted out, "Yo, Shakur Stevenson, you got my email. Send the contract and we will fight you in November. You a contractor just like me. You could post the contract online and I guarantee you we will sign it. Let's go, you a free agent." But I bet y'all he come up with another excuse.
Oh, shoot.
Floyd Schofield was actually getting a whole lot of heat for this tweet. You got boxing fans telling Floyd Schofield, "Yo, don't try to ruin the Tank vs. Shakur fight." Let me tell y'all something. Tank vs. Shakur ain't never gonna happen. Y'all do know that, right? We will never see Gervonta Davis in that ring across from Shakur Stevenson. Shakur is not cut like that. Shakur Stevenson has been fooling the public for years. Just because he was a champ at 126 and 130, and just because Devin Haney vacated all them belts, don't mean Shakur is a real champion at 135. Shakur Stevenson is the true definition of an email champion.
Tank can smell the bitch in anybody. He gonna take it to Shakur.
Shakur Stevenson's next fight will not be against Kid Austin or Gervonta Tank Davis. Let's see who the man cherry picks next.
I know Southpaw TV.
You know how we coming.
And Danny Garcia, Philadelphia's worst, will be making his comeback on the Canelo vs. Berlanga undercard. He will be taking on Edgar Lara. I will always hold a high respect for Lara for beating Canelo 10 years ago. But we all know that Lara got robbed. Who y'all think's gonna win this fight? Does Danny Garcia got what it takes to compete at 160? And is Edgar Lara old enough to compete with Danny Garcia? Edgar Lara is 41 years old. It'll be an interesting fight early on. Low-key, I think that Edgar Lara might just beat Danny Garcia. I don't think that Danny Garcia is motivated, like I said. Danny Garcia is the weakest link out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
You know how we coming.
But back to Edgar Berlanga real quick. Y'all do know that Edgar Berlanga got no chance in winning the Canelo Alvarez fight, right? Y'all do know that Edgar Berlanga is the most overhyped fighter in today's boxing, right next to Naoya Inoue. Y'all do know that, right? Edgar Berlanga is simply there to be a punching bag for Canelo. But at least the man is gonna get paid. It turns out that Edgar Berlanga is making 8 figures for this fight. Shout out to him for that. But at the end of the day, he finna get knocked out. I got Canelo Alvarez by devastating knockout early. And in this fight, I will be rooting for Canelo Alvarez. Let's go, Canelo.
I was born ready.
Horrible fighter. Horrible fighter.